I never wanted to be a part of a crowd. I always wanted to be an individual. I hated when everybody looked the same. So it was corny to me to like something because somebody else liked it. So I was like that guy that was like, if you like it, I'm not gonna like it. I stopped living according to what people wanted me to do. I started living according to what actually made me happy. The drug dealer don't have to be nice. His work gotta be good. Right. And that applies exactly in real business. As long as your work is good, people will come.
Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, and I want you to find it, embrace it, and use it to make a difference in the world. So let's get your motivation to a 10 and get you believing in you. Grab a snack and chew in today's lessons from a man who went from growing up in Harlem, sweeping barbershop floors and selling newspapers, to becoming the man who helped launch Kanye West and Jay-Z and one of the wealthiest men in hip-hop. He's Damon Dash, and here's my take on his top 10 rules of success, volume 3. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1, stand out from the crowd.
At a young age, I remember getting yelled at in nursery school. Like I was 4 or 5, and I felt this feeling of embarrassment. And at that moment, I was able to identify that feeling. And I was like, I will never let myself feel embarrassed again. So from then on, nothing.
At that young an age?
Yeah. I would just, I didn't like the feeling. Like I felt funny. I felt like I was shrinking. Like, when Fred Flintstone gets yelled at and you get smaller?
Yeah.
I didn't like anybody making me feel smaller just by the energy of their voice. So it was almost like I put this repellent on where nothing could embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I just never really cared. And I never wanted to be a part of a crowd. I always wanted to be an individual. I hated when everybody looked the same. So it was corny to me to like something because somebody else liked it. So I was like that guy that was like, if you like it, I'm not gonna like it. I always wanted to be first and never be last. I never wanted to follow a trend. I've always wanted to start it. And I think that comes from the Harlem swag and all that. And that confidence is what made me not really care. So when I would speak about things that no one else was speaking about, or if I was going to do something that no one else did, I embraced that loneliness, because it meant I was doing something right. Where other people
weren't scared of standing out there on your own.
And as a result of it, because I would always give 100 fearlessly and stand behind my point of view, I always got the reception that I thought that I deserved, which was, being able to have the life that I wanted.
Rule number 2, take control.
Again, recognize what really makes you happy. If you feel like you're losing, you're losing. It doesn't matter what other people feel. So I know how it feels to be perceived as winning and be feeling like, I'm losing. I stopped living according to what people wanted me to do. I started living according to what actually made me happy. Like if you're in a situation that don't make no sense, then get out of it. Don't make it make sense. 1 + 1 always equals 2. If you're not happy, change your life.
Rule number 3, be independent.
You got a kid from the streets coming up, and they're trying to make it in corporate, but they don't necessarily have...
He's not going to make it in corporate.
Right.
He's going to have to create his own corporate. He's going to have to buy things like he did in the street, like a T-shirt, right, for $5 and go sell it for $20. And the reason why he can do a lot of it is because of the internet. He can do it on his Instagram or on his website.
Got it.
Period.
Right.
And that's it. It's a flip. There's no difference. The only difference between corporate and independence is corporate doesn't use their own money.
Yeah.
It's always a fund, another fund, and another fund that throws into another fund.
Right.
And then the person that finds all that money gets a fee and acts like it's his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the game. That's corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate is a facade.
Right.
It's not yours. You can't give it to nobody. You can't give it to your family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A true man wants to make his life easier for his children, not himself. Right? So I can just have a job where I get fired or I die, I'm done, my kids don't get it, I'm gonna hustle for a pension?
Right.
Hell nah.
Right.
And the company sell, I don't get nothing?
Right.
What you working for if it's not yours?
Right.
How hard you gonna really work for it if you don't own it? Think about it. You're working for a paycheck. You're gonna do the least amount of work as possible unless you really believe there's a future in it.
Right.
That's why with everyone I work with, and you can ask anybody in there, as soon as I get in there and I know that they got the ideals and the principles, if you help me, I'm gonna help you. My thing is I make people independent. I don't make them dependent. So if you notice, all the people I put on, they still doing it.
Yeah.
So you got Jay-Z, you got Kevin Hart, you got Lee Daniels, you got Rachel Roy. I didn't teach them how to be dependent on me. I taught them how to rob me. I taught them how to cut the connect out. basically, I'm the dumbest person in the world if I'm corporate. I teach you how to get it without me, and I'm getting paid to be the middleman. Yeah. So once I teach you that you don't need a middleman, you get rid of it. I ain't mad at you for that. That's why I taught you, because once I make your dream come true, I'm off to make my own. I don't want to sit around in your pocket all day.
Rule number 4, work hard on your craft.
Fight, expect to be uncomfortable. And if you're not devoting between 8 and 12 hours a day on your craft, then you're not really trying to be a professional. Right. Like, you got to realize you're trying to be competitive. Being a professional means being the best in the world. That doesn't just come with skill, that comes with discipline. Right. You know, that means you have to have a certain kind of work ethic. That means you're doing things that most won't. Right. People really don't understand it. Like, they think they got skill, so everything's going to come to them. Skill is actually like a curse. I've seen people with no skill that realize it and understand that they have to work hard to get this skill, work so hard that they do better than the people that have skill and that are arrogant and entitled, that feel that it should just come to them, and then they just become a waste. Right. You know, having potential is bullshit if you don't realize it. Right. It becomes corny. Like, you're the cool guy when you have potential, but like 10 years later, if you don't realize it, then you're the corny guy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I never want to ever be that guy.
Rule number 5, my personal favorite, leave your comfort zone.
What does it truly mean to be independent?
Just to be able to do whatever I want to do whenever I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't imagine, like, that's why I hated school. I just, you know, and I'm not saying people should hate school, but I just couldn't stand a teacher that I didn't think was cool or smarter than me telling me what to do. And then I had to sit there and listen.
But for anybody who actually has that fear, like that wakes up and they deal with that fear and they go into a job and they're in between deciding if they're just going to go out and be independent or not, like, what are your words for them?
I would say blindly do it. Quit and figure it out. The more uncomfortable it makes me feel, the better. You cannot be great comfortable. Ever.
Rule number 6, make good products.
I don't believe I should have to be nice to get somebody to give me something. If my product is good, no matter how I act, you will pay for it. You know, and that's another principle that I learned in the street. When people want their drugs, they'll line up, they'll get told what to do, they'll be yelled at, they'll be talked to. Get in the back of the line. I'm only taking 20s. Don't even come in here with $1. That kind of thing. No one's nice to that. The drug dealer don't have to be nice. His work gotta be good. And that applies exactly in real business. As long as your work is good, people will come. When your work isn't good, you have to have gimmicks, right? So in the street, you got 2 for $5, $3 bottles, chicken bags, but usually the work's not good, right? So in this world, when you overcompensate, when you don't have good work, you overcompensate with attention. You start to become like, you sell celebrity. That's what you leverage. So now your game becomes going outside, being a slave to what everybody else thinks. And that's another rhythm that I didn't want to abide by as well. Like, I wasn't going to be about the celebrity. All I want to do is be about good product, good work, be respectful, make an honest living, and work with honest people. And the internet has made it really possible to do that, because, again, you can make your product, you can promote your product, you can sell your product, you can collect the data and have that relationship direct with your consumer.
Rule number 7, be selfless.
See, the one thing a boss has to realize is your job isn't to take care of yourself, your job is to take care of other people. So that means you have to completely be selfless. Right. If you're selfish at all, you're not a boss. Right. If you don't have the ability to care about other people before yourself, you're not a boss. Right. People practice being bosses every day because they're parents. You know, you care more about your child than you care about yourself. That's like your business. That's what a boss does. You know, I've had to pay my staff before I pay my own bills because they did the work. You understand what I'm saying? Right. That's what a boss does.
Rule number 8, do it all.
So people who take the leap and they make that they take that first passion and build a business, or they start something, but they have other talents or other disciplines that they want to build things around. How have you managed to build multiple companies or take that blueprint and apply it to different areas and manage that?
It's because I look at all the little companies as marketing for one company. When I make a movie, I got to make the movie, right? So I got to do that. But also, after I make the movie, I got to distribute the movie. So I'm going to build the platform like Damon Dash Studios or whatever app. I'm going to distribute it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then while you're watching the movie, like, you got to wear clothes. I wear clothes. I like to make clothes. I have the ability to do it. I was in the fashion business, still am. So I make all the clothes. It's a commercial for the clothes. I like music, but not in a traditional sense. I don't want to monetize and then exploit artists, but I do have a deep catalog of music that I've made while I was just inspired in the moment. I could use the music in the movie. So now you can sell the music, you selling the fashion, people drink, right? So why won't you drink the liquor that I make? I make the liquor. So then now you can, drink the liquor. But if, I'm just saying? So everything you see, I feel like I want to make because I have the ability to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I do it. So I basically leverage the things that people pay for. That's what I use for marketing. So I've always look at Rockwear, look at State Property. When I have a movie called State Property, you got clothing called State Property, you have an album called State Property. State Property did 20-something million in clothes that year just because of the commercial that the movie presents. Why would I pay somebody to do something I could do myself? Like, why am I pay a bodyguard when I could fight?
Rule number 9, architect your life.
See, the thing is, you got to think about your future at all times. What do you want to look like in 10 years? What do you want your day to look like? So at 35, I'm like, at 45, I'm definitely not going to be trying to be getting up and going to an office and running behind artists. I'd rather be sitting by the pool.
Yeah.
So then I started investing, and that's called architecting. It didn't take like overnight, but I had to know what I wanted and I had to visualize it to make it happen. Be able to also work on me. Like I was sick of investing in other people.
Yeah.
Making money off other people, making other people's dreams come true, and then it has to be a beef when I don't feel like hanging around no more.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It got to look like it's, me or whatever. Fighting for people that just, the crazy thing is the more you fight for people, the more people try to make it look like you're fighting for the wrong reasons. And I don't care what people think, so it doesn't matter. But if I'm going to do all that, I was like, if I'm going to fight, I'm going to do that for me.
Right.
I'm going to do that for my family. I'm going to do that for people that are going to give back. See, there's givers in this world and there's takers in this world. So when you get givers together, it's just a love fest. Yeah. When you get a giver with a taker, it's a lopsided relationship, and usually the taker always feels like they deserve more and don't give shit and shit up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been able to architect it down to that, like the kind of people I want around, the way I want the intent of the people around.
Right. Have you always created your 10-year vision, or is that something new that you started doing? Yeah, always. So you always knew, it was like crystallized in your mind, like exactly like where you were going to be 10 years from where you were?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. You have any tricks or tips that you can help?
You have to, again, visualize what you want.
Yeah.
And work toward it. If you don't have a script, it's kind of hard to shoot the movie.
Yeah, right.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is learn everything.
What I try to do when I start companies is learn every single job before we start hiring. So for example, with Dame Dash Studios, I actually got Boogie running Dame Dash Studios and Raquel, editing and posting and doing the thing so that when they hire somebody, they'll know what to tell them to do, and they'll know how long it takes, and they'll know if that person's doing their job or not.
Smart.
Just like you got to work the cash register first.
Now I've got a really special bonus clip from Dame Dash on how to make it happen that I think you're really going to enjoy. But before that, I want to know, what did you learn from Damon today? What message really struck a chord with you? What change you're going to make in your life, your business as a result of watching this video? Leave it in the comments. When you write it down, you're much more likely to actually follow through. So put it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself, and whatever your one word is, much love. I'll see you soon. And enjoy the bonus clip.
A lot of people see the idea of being entrepreneurs or being their own bosses or building their own empires, this thing that, you need investments, you need all these people behind you.
Flip.
Right.
Flip. If this sock costs $5 to make, we sell it for $20. You make $15. Flip. With Rocky, I was trying to get with Rocky for a long time. She's Spanish, and Puerto Rican girls, they can't bring black boys home old school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it took a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she was throwing me curveballs left and right. And so one of her curveballs was, I see you put all these other people on. I see you make all these other people's dreams come true, but you like to make movies. I can't get with you unless you stand behind what you love. And I was like, all right. I had to, she called me out, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I can't have my woman or girl I want to be my woman calling me out, but also it made perfect sense. It was true. I was unconsciously probably standing behind other people instead of standing behind myself. All I do is get somebody and tell them how to get it and, make the things that are wrong right. But if I can make the things that are wrong right for somebody else, why not sell me? You know what I'm saying? Like even down to the diabetes, I'm like, yo, that. We do a whole network on diabetes. Something that's usually considered a weakness. I'd prefer to turn it into a strength. It's about me. You understand what I'm saying?
If you tell yourself a story long enough, you start to believe it. And once you believe it, you act like it.
I have tussled with a whale, I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. Now you know I'm bad. Only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
The fundamental key to success is...
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.